Good morning, North Star Nation, and welcome back to another exciting day of hockey. Today it is a balmy, like 5 degrees in Anchorage with high winds, so thank goodness we're not in that outdoor tournament, but instead we're in Ben Boki 2, which is always a delight. It's the rink that the clock doesn't work on. So we'll see. We're doing kind of a mic test here to see if we can get it working. And as soon as they get on the ice, we'll start calling this game. And welcome back, North Star Nation. After what seems to be the longest wait ever, we are finally on the ice. So exciting. We have refs. Now this should be an interesting game because I always accidentally call this team by the wrong name. They are the Grizzlies. This is the NAHA Grizzlies. They've come all the way down from Fairbanks area. So it should be an exciting game. So right now, it looks like we have Ethan in net today for our game, and Logan, the other goalie, will be skating out. So if anybody's out there watching Logan and Ethan, our goalies, it's going to be a little bit of a change up. Now, yesterday we played against the Kenai team and did a fabulous job of tying them. So our team is really pumped up and ready to play today. Should be an excellent game, and we'll get underway in about 30 seconds as they finish up their warm-ups. So it appears that some of our hockey players have figured out where the camera is located, and they're pretty excited. I don't know. You may have seen the stick bopping up and down in front of the camera. That would have been Boston trying to get on screen. I tried to let him know he needs to back up some, but he didn't quite get it. All right, as we get a couple last guiding words from our coaches, and then we're going to get underway. So it appears that some of our hockey players have figured out where the camera is. So since we have an hour and 15 minutes today for our ice time, we're actually going to be doing 15-minute period, it looks like. Out in net, Ethan, he is doing that goalie dance and slushing up this kingdom. He is ready to go, signaling to the ref. And it looks like up on forward to get us started, we've got Mason, Jacob, and Marion. Wheels Beals is all ready. Back on defense is Taves and Finnegan as everybody gets lined up. We've got some chatting going on along with our forwards up there. They are making a plan. I love what I see. And NAHA's got it all the way down into the North Star's end, and maybe it was an icing call already. Yep, there was icing, and we are headed to the other end of the ice. We've already had a little bit of excitement this morning because our team was down doing team photos this morning, and I have to say, some of them, I'm not sure they brushed their hair, but that's all right. The pictures are going to turn out fantastic. So for all our families that are watching out there, you might want to mention that they need to get some, go ahead and order some photos. All right, Jensen is going to pass it up to Marion. Marion's going to battle it out against Johnson in the boards as the shot goes towards Ethan. Luckily, it did not make contact with our net. It appears we have something on the ice. Looks like a plug that goes on the end of a skate or a stick. All right. Wow, the Grizzlies have been practicing as Mason takes a, oh, whoops, sorry, wrong team. Marion into the corner here right in front of me. Stick goes, oh, puck goes out and Ethan's got it covered. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but the NAHA team, which stands for the Northern Alaska Hockey Association, their coach is very boisterous, and we can usually hear him shouting throughout the game. All right, as we get lined up, looks like we've got Soren, Adrian, and Eamon up on forward, along with Thomas and Logan. Oh, no, Logan might be on forward. Might be Thomas and Adrian on defense. I'm not sure. Here comes Eamon Hundrup skating down through the neutral zone into the NAHA zone. He's going to get it out in front, but no luck, no shot. And here comes the Grizzlies headed back down the ice. Soren and Eamon are skating as hard as they can to get that puck taken away, and Soren is successful. Nicely done. Passes it up to Adrian. Whole kind of a mess there at the blue line. And here comes Logan in. Logan has possession of the puck. He's going to skate it down the ice, but it gets taken away by one of the Grizzly players. Grizzlies attempting to get a shot off, but no luck as Thomas picks it up. Thomas passes it up to Adrian, and it gets lost in a whole mess of players over there. And here goes, oh, when did Boston join us? Boston is on the ice taking the shot, backhand, and it goes in. Nice job, North Stars. Nice job. Whoa, we've got all sorts of confusion. Big high fives here and celebration. Wow, this team is really coming together as they are headbutting each other as a celebration. Oh, that's a little scary. Back out on the ice, we've got Cade, Charlie, and Boston up on forward, along with Aaron and Taves back on defense. It looks like our coach is doing some maneuvering of the players and switching them all around. Here comes Taves back to get the puck and hits it up, and it is out of play. Well, we don't always see that. Thank goodness the fans are throwing it back into the ref. And we're going to get lined up down here in the North Star zone as we have Aaron and Taves on defense, along with Cade, Charlie, and Boston up on forward as we kind of get all clumped together there at the face-off. And here comes Boston. He's taking it down the side of the ice. Ducking and weaving. He's going to pass it out in front. Shot, but no luck. Goalie got in the way. Well played, goalie. Well played as Taves. Oh, no! Skate, skate, skate hard. Cade pulls it away. Well done. Thankfully, he got that breakaway taken away from that kiddo. And here goes Boston. He's taking another trip down the ice. Taves keeping it in the zone as we're going to, Nope, luckily Taves and Cade are right there ready to take it as Ethan's got that fancy stick. I bet you guys can really see it right now. All right, we've got some line changes coming out here. It looks like Marion's come on along with, oh, I don't know. They're all changing up on me. We got to give them a minute to get on the ice. All right, Finnegan and Thomas are back on defense. It looks like Marion and Charlie and maybe Boston is still out on the ice. I'm not for sure. Might be Liam. Oh, goodness gracious, and we're going to have a penalty call on this one. Tripping. I don't know. It looked pretty intense. Tripping on who? Marion is going to the penalty box, and I don't think the camera can pick up on this, but she is just grinning ear to ear. It was a good play. Well played for sure. All right, we've got Jacob and Liam, Thomas and Finnegan out on the ice as they box it up, getting ready. We are 4-on-5, so we'll see how this goes. Shot! Oh my goodness, the North Stars, that was a close call. Okay, come on, Liam, let's clear it out of the zone. Up to the blue line. Oh, but the NAHA team keeps it in the zone. They're going to pass it up. Nope, Finnegan, way to go. All right, here goes Liam and Jacob. Jacob picks it up. He's going to, offside? Huh. I would not have guessed that based on the angle I'm at, but I guess that was offside. All right, we're still out on the ice here with Finnegan and Thomas back on defense and Liam and Jacob up on forward, playing 4-on-5 since Marion had that awesome tripping call. I love how hard she is fighting for our team, keeping us in the game. Current score is 1-0 in favor of the North Stars as we have a big old pile up behind the net. Could almost call that a kerfluffle. NAHA's working their way down the ice as they're going to pass it over, but sadly they kind of lose it. Oh, look at, they are really watching that offsides. It almost came to a standstill there as they try to get a shot off, but no luck. Thomas right in there, loses his stick. Here comes Liam. We've got all sorts of chaos going on here. Liam's got the puck. Liam doesn't have the puck. Liam's still fighting for it. I don't know if the camera picks it up when it's that close. Well, here comes Liam down the ice. Liam was so excited. He has been taking the reffing classes, and he actually got to ref some of his first games yesterday at the Sully Showdown for the 8Us. They're doing a jamboree-style tournament, and he got to be out on the ice and to help with that. Love how he is giving back to the community and helping with the reffing situation here. Offside. Ooh, we're having some trouble with this today. All right, big old line change coming. It looks like we've got Taves and Soren coming out, along with Mason, Eamon, and Beals is back. She's had her little rest, and she's ready to roll. All right, we are dumping it down into the NAHA zone. Picking it up on the other side. Oh, we got players sliding in everywhere here. Soren's all the way down. He is going to circle around the net. Passes it up to Mason. Mason's going to duck and weave through three of the players. Wow, look at those skills. Nice stick handling as he works his way down. And are we going to get a shot off? Oh, we do, but it's wide. Taves keeping it in. Nice job. Oh, no, and it sneaks past as NAHA has got some wheels coming down the ice. And no shot. Luckily, Mason got a hold of that one. Sends it back down to the other end, but NAHA is going to keep it in as Ethan gets a hold of it, and it is covered. And line change. Out comes Adrian, Logan, Boston. Looks like Aaron and Thomas are back on defense, ready to roll. And Boston takes that face off, and we're going to start moving here. Oh, it's going behind the net. Nope, Thomas is going to turn it around and go the other direction. Sends it up to Adrian. Adrian nearly took the ref out. That was impressive. Good thing the ref was paying attention. To the other end of the ice we go. Adrian picks that up as it almost went out. Nope, the shot did not get off. I thought for sure it was going. I don't know if you guys can see our coach. He's practically climbing over the boards. He's so excited. Aaron keeps it in, but NAHA picks it up. They're coming back our way as all players are skating hard. Oh, NAHA player takes out his own player. Back to Adrian in the neutral zone. Adrian's going to work it up the boards. Logan, no, he missed it. Bummer. Thomas now has a puck. Man, this is a lot of back and forth. You got to really work at this to make this call. All right, here comes Boston with the puck. Trying for a shot. Backhand, no luck. Aaron got. Oh, that one looked like it went in and they waved it off. Bummer. Wow, Boston, another score. That was awesome. One more, and I think that'll be a hat trick for him today. To all my YouTube audience, so sorry about that pause. There's a whole bunch of youngsters coming into the building today for pictures, and there's families that I happen to know from school. So I had to go over and say hi to them because they kept waving at me. All right, back at it. It looks like we've got Liam and Mason and Eamon out on the ice, along with Soren and Finnegan back on defense. The score is now 2-0, and I'm pretty sure Boston has gotten both of those goals so far. So one more is all he needs to get his hat trick. The NAHA team is fighting hard to get onto the board. Shot, but it goes wide. Ethan, you better get yourself slid over there into net. And we were almost headed to the other end. Ooh, cover that puck. Nice save, Ethan. Nice job. He got that one right underneath his leg pad. That's impressive. Back out on the ice, we got Boston, Eamon, Logan, and it looks like Thomas and Taves. What is going on? We've had a line change. Eamon's not sure what he's doing. We've got some confusion going on. All right, Thomas and Taves back on defense. We've got Adrian, Logan, and Boston up on forward. Super cute this morning during pictures. Logan and Adrian were taking friend photos. It was adorable. Logan with possession of the puck as he works his way up and kind of gets tripped. Somehow still has it. Logan, 2 hands on your stick, please. All right, and we are headed back down this way, but Taves is going to send it back up to Boston. Boston is ducking and weaving in, headed towards the net. Backhand! Score for Boston! Pretty sure that is a hat trick. there's some headbutting going on over here on the bench. Ooh, these kids are excited, as they should be. That was well played. So they've been working really hard at the AHA Hockey House to practicing their backhands, because at the hockey house they practice shooting, and backhands are kind of difficult for them, so lots of practice there. All right, we're back down to the other end of the ice. Oh, no, Logan's coming out with the puck. 2 hands on your stick. No, he sends it over to Thomas. Thomas is going to backhand it up to, I don't know who that is, maybe Adrian. Adrian's going to send it out into the sweet spot, but sadly, no luck. Man, this lineup, they are doing a fantastic job of playing and passing the puck around. Passes it out. Oh, couldn't quite get our stick on it. That looked promising. All right, we clear the zone out. Adrian's got the puck. Adrian's going to duck and weave up the boards. Taves fighting for it. She's going to take it all the way through the neutral zone and send it in. Picks up by the NAHA team. Back to Taves. Taves is going to send it behind the net. Almost a shot off there, as we got players coming on and off the ice here. We've got all sorts of line changes. That was a very long shift for that group of kids. Out comes Finn, and it looks like Charlie's keeping it in the zone. We've got Aaron out there, and maybe Jacob and Cade, I think. Cade with the shot, hits the goalie square. Goalie, nice save for NAHA. Their goalie is getting pelted with hockey shots today. I'm impressed. He's doing a very good job of stopping them. Our goalie down here, Ethan, looks hockey ready, just like always. And here they come back down into the North Star zone. Jacob is going to weave around the net. He passes it up to Charlie. Charlie tries to send it over, but he gets pinned up against the boards by the NAHA player. Luckily, Jacob somehow works that puck out. And here comes, I can't tell. I think that's Aaron. Oh, we got players down. Players are a little slow on the get up there. It looked like maybe it hurt. Cade trying to get the puck. It's lost at everybody's feet. Uh-oh, here comes NAHA. They are skating hard all the way down here in front of me. Passes it out, and Ethan's got a hold of it. Yes, our goalie has it, and it appears we've got some sort of a little scuffle here in front. Nice save, Ethan. Ref checking in, and Ethan doing a little bit of a celebration there on that, and a little bit of a dance action. Oh no, we might have to come up with a good name for our dancing goalie. Okay, here goes Marion. She's got the puck and working her way, using the boards like an expert as she bounced it around that player. She is all the way down. Shot! Oh, so close. Another beautiful backhand as Soren keeps it in, passing it back up to Mason. Soren with the puck sends it towards the... Oh, the ref maybe got in the way on that one. Shot! I don't know if you could hear the ting on that one, but it definitely hit the pipes. All right, Mason with a long shot. And here comes NAHA. They are working their way down as Thomas is going to push this player out towards the boards. You know, there's been several mathematical analysis of hockey shots and where they can take those shots. And we have a player down, currently not moving. Thomas is now up. Uh-oh. He's coming off, and he looks like that fall hurts. Oh dear, we have 16 seconds left. Okay, so there have been numerous people have analyzed hockey and where the best places are to take shots in order to get them into the net. And it's the defensemen. If they can push those players out as they come down the ice towards the boards, they're less likely to be able to put the puck in the net. So our defense today has been doing a fantastic job of pushing them out so they can't get a shot off on our goalie. Soren keeping it in, and that's the end of the first period. Our current score would be 3-0. Well played, North Stars. And welcome back, North Star Nation, as we start our second period. Should be another exciting round of hockey. The goalies have switched in. Boston with possession of the puck passes it out to Eamon, but Eamon didn't quite get his stick on it. We're going to try that again as they all regroup. Looks like nope, hold on. I have to just do a little hint to the Anchorage municipality. It would sure be lovely if they could replace the glass on these ice rinks so we can see what's actually going on. All right, out on the ice, we've got Jacob with possession of the puck as he's going to circle down here towards the goalie, takes the shot, but it ricochets off the goalie's pads. He is still fighting it out as NAHA's trying to get possession. We've also got Boston on the ice. Boston, Logan, and Jacob up on forward, along with Taves and Finnegan back on defense. Logan fighting for the puck. He's got it. He's ducking and weaving. Oh, kind of gets knocked away. Big shot up and over. Jacob's got the puck. Logan coming off the ice, and out comes Adrian. Jacob still with the puck, passes it out to the middle, but it gets intercepted. Boston with the shot. Oh, luck. Shot goes wide. Adrian, oh my gosh, I'm right down near this goalie, right on the goal line, and you can see the puck just kind of sitting there in front of the net. It is, oh! Well, a little bit, I don't know. It's hard to call this when there's so much back and forth. Okay, Kate and Taves are back on defense. She's going to pass it over to Soren. Soren's going to send it up to Adrian. And it looks like we're sparrowing just a smidgen there as NAHA gets possession of the puck, but it is quickly taken away by the North Stars. Jacob coming off the ice, Marion switching in. NAHA trying to get a shot, and Ethan got that one. Nice save, Ethan, and beautiful shot from NAHA. Out on the ice, looks like we've got Marion and Charlie. Marion's coming down the ice. Kind of gets stuck underneath that kid's skate. Charlie and Mason, Aaron, and Thomas are back on defense, I think. Aaron doing his best to keep it in. All right, puck gets circled around. Nope, it's coming back up. The ref, I don't know what's happening down there. The ref's in the way. Okay, here comes Mason. Now, Mason had a spectacular game yesterday. I can't wait to see what he's going to do now. These poor kids, they're actually playing in 2 games today. I'm so sorry to say you'll have to listen to me twice unless Mr. Mike is here. This afternoon, they're playing in an exhibition game against the Kenai team, which is going to be rough because of 2 games back-to-back. And we have a pile up on the blue line as Marion and another player collide. Aaron with possession of the puck as he goes behind the net, sends it out, picked up by one of the NAHA players. We've got Aaron, Mason, and Beals all in that little mess down there in the corner. It appears Lowen. And Aaron is headed to the penalty box, and he got a call for roughing. A little bit of roughing action. His current score is still 3-0. As out on the ice, looks like we've got Liam, Soren, Finnegan, and I don't know who's on center. I can't see him because there are players in the T away. Finnegan with the puck. He is going to move it down the ice, ducking and weaving between the players. Going to use, passes it over. Eamon's on the ice. Sorry, Eamon. Liam keeps it in. Liam still keeps it in. Liam does it again somehow. He gets a shot, but got hung up in that other player. Back to Finnegan. Finnegan's going to send it up to Eamon. Eamon's going to shoot. And it goes wide. Bummer. As here comes Eamon in out of nowhere to get that puck. And Liam kind of gets hung up on number 8. They've got a whole mess of skates and sticks there. All right, NAHA somehow ended up with the puck, and they are headed down the ice towards Ethan. And now we've got a tripping call, it looks like. So I'm getting some messages saying that our camera maybe has frozen. Hopefully it is now moving. We're trying to double check our technology on this. It might be... I don't know why our technology is probably not working. I'm saying it's because it's frozen solid. It is darn cold in this rink today. Out on the ice, we've got Cade, Logan, Boston up on forward, along with Taves. Score for So we have Thomas and Taves out on defense, along with Logan, Cade, and Boston on the ice. All right, that was beautiful. Nice shot right into the back of the net. Current score would be 4-0. All right, we're going to get relined up at center ice there as Boston takes the face-off. Cade with possession of the puck. Cade's going to duck and weave. He's going to pass it over to Logan. Logan with the puck. Logan, 2 hands on your stick, please. I may have to make that into a poster and put it up for him. Boston somehow ends up with the puck, but almost looked like tripping there, but not sure. As NAHA is now taking this puck down the ice. Ethan, get hockey ready. NAHA with a shot. No! They are denied. Well played there, Ethan. And here comes Cade again. Cade, this is like the 3rd time he's come down this side. He's going to duck and weave. NAHA gets possession of the puck. Oh, we got players all over the ice. And not sure what was just called. Interference? I don't know. North Stars. I think that X means interference. I don't know. Where are my hockey experts when I need them? I think that's interference when they do the X. I think that call was on Taves even. Maybe not. And our coach is yelling hockey ready. I don't know if you can hear that. Out on the ice, we've got Jacob and Aaron, along with Adrian and maybe Marion. No, yes, it is Marion. No, it's not. I am so sorry. That is Soren. I really need to get some new glasses in order to call this. Ooh, we've got some chirping going on right here in front of me between Jacob and number 9 for Johnson from the other team. Hey, I have a coach walking by. I can ask him what that signal was from the ref. What did this mean? Interference. Oh, and NAHA with the goal. And thank you to Coach Kyle for helping me out with that call. It was interference on Taves. And NAHA finally gets up on the board. It is now 4-1. Ooh, and they are pumped. I think NAHA, they came down and they're also playing some games against Kenai while they're here, so they can get enough league games in before we have to go to state. I think the ruling is that all teams have to have at least 10 or 12 league games before we can play in state. Out on the ice, we've got Charlie, Jacob, Adrian changed his tape job. Jacob with the shot and ricocheted off the post. He's going to try to wrap it around, but it gets tipped off by the NAHA players. Adrian's doing an excellent job staying in that sweet spot as Jacob attempts another shot and gets knocked out. Finnegan and Soren are back on defense. Big shot from NAHA as our goalie knocks it back out all the way to Beals. Beals is going to skate it all the way down. What? They're calling offside? Oh, man, that did not look like offside to me. Good thing I'm not the ref. All right, getting lined up again. We've got Marion, Mason, and Eamon up on forward, along with Thomas and Aaron on defense. Mason is going to, Eamon's going to send it back to Thomas. Luckily, Thomas is not hurt from that earlier crash, and he's going to dump it into the zone as they're going to chase it out. NAHA bringing it behind the net. Eamon gets right up there as Mason and... Whoa! Marion comes out of some wheels. All right, Thomas keeping it in. He's going to send it back over to Eamon. Eamon's going to dig it out of the corner. He's going to try to... Oh my goodness, the puck is loose in front of the goalie. There was a whole mess of them there. Would have been nice if it would have just trickled right in. Aaron, we're offsides, dude. Whoops, I hate it when that happens. All right, line change coming out. I love it as Taves and Marion fist bump as they go by each other. They are quite the dynamic duo. And Thomas is coming off as we have Soren and Taves on defense along with Eamon, Mason, and Marion on forward. Taves is going to hit it in as NAHA picks it up. Nope, it's still here. Here comes Marion. Man, she is just on fire today. In and out of almost every play it looks like. Down into the North Star zone. A little bit of back and forth down there. Okay, here comes Eamon. He's going to work his way up the boards, but the NAHA player kind of wedges his way in there. Everybody's safe. Nope, not quite offside. It was close. They almost got it. And the NAHA goalie down here. You know, goalies all have little quirks that they do. Ethan kind of does a whole lot of boogieing and dancing. The NAHA goalie circles the net periodically. I figure the goalies have to somehow entertain themselves while they're doing this game. All right, NAHA with possession of the puck. It gets taken away by Taves. Taves is going to pass it over to Liam, who's going to use the boards as our sixth player and work his way up. Oh, nope, somehow NAHA got a hold of it. It's just like ping pong all over again. We are back and forth. Okay, guys, enough of the slap hockey. Someone skate the puck. Liam with the puck. He's going to try to pass it over to Cade. Cade with a shot. Oh, goalie got a hold of that one. And we've got all sorts of players going all over the place. As Taves goes down and a player falls over her. And Liam's going to bring it back into the zone. He's got a fancy new custom stick that even has his name on it. It is beautiful. All right, we've got Boston with possession of the puck. Here comes Cade and Liam into the boards, but no, Soren's going to keep it in. Why, I have a guest announcer who's come over and joined me. Charlotte, you want to say hi? You got to say it loud. She's waving at the microphone. You have to actually say hi. All of a sudden, she's going to be shy and not chat with us. Charlotte's pretty excited. She is playing in the Sully Showdown later today over at the Sullivan Ice Arena. She gets to play on the big ice where the Wolverines play. It's pretty exciting. All right, we're getting lined up again. It looks like we've got maybe Jacob, Logan, and Adrian up on forward, along with Finnegan and Thomas on defense. As Thomas has possession of the puck, and he's going to pass it up to Adrian, as Adrian kind of ricocheted off the wall there. Picked up by Jacob. Jacob has hit the post a few times today, so I really want to see him put it in the back of the net. He is doing his best to get it. Oh, nope. NAHA gets it, but Adrian takes it away. Somebody get in front of the net. We have nobody ready. Oh, Logan! Oh, Logan's got the puck. He had the puck. It's been taken away by the NAHA player. NAHA's got it. They're coming down. No! Shut down by Ethan. Nice save, Ethan. Nice save. Got a little bit of back and forth. We're all paused. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this period. Current score would be 4-1. Jacob passing it all the way up to Adrian. No icing. They have waved it off as it goes the other way. Finnegan up to Adrian. Oh my goodness, you guys. All right, here comes NAHA up the ice. They passed it over. No, Logan goes down. Logan is up. Still has possession of the puck as it gets taken away at the last second. Thomas with the puck. He sends it way up to Adrian. Oh, Adrian, if you would have just been a little bit closer, you could have gotten that one. Oh, my guest announcer saying goodbye. She's got to go to her game. Good luck. Supposedly, Charlotte's Nana is on the on watching. Can you say bye, Nana?
Bye, Nana.
Charlotte's off to her game. Hey, go get some goals. All right, back at it. We are at less than 2 minutes as here comes Marion with a shot. Oh, the goalie got in the way. Well, I guess good job, goalie. Aaron's got the puck. Aaron tried to pass it over, but the NAHA team kind of tipped it off as we head to the other end of the ice. And NAHA with a goal with 1 minute left in the period. Current score is 4-2. Well played, NAHA. Well played. They have been working hard as a team and finally got into the back of the net. All right, out on the ice, we've got Charlie, Marion, and Mason. Here comes Marion up the ice, wheels with a shot. It goes wide. It is an absolute delight to watch Marion play because she almost always has a smile on her face. And if not, there is definitely a look of determination to get that puck in the net. As they hit it back behind the net, and Mason's going to go chasing after it. Charlie gets a hold of it, but kind of bucks over his stick. Back down towards Ethan. Ethan using his candy cane delight stick there to knock it back out. And Soren's going to send it back down this way. Here comes Mason. Mason with the puck. The shot! Wow! Mason to Marion. Nice job, North Stars. That was a beautiful goal and great teamwork. Current score would be 5-2. As we get lined back up, looks like we've got Eamon, Liam, and Adrian on the ice, and Taves and Finnegan on defense as Taves passes it over to Liam. And NAHA picks it up as, here comes Adrian. He is not going to let that NAHA player skate with it. NAHA passing it over. Here comes Liam, and there is the buzzer for the end of the period. Wow. North Stars, you guys are doing a great job on teamwork and communication today. Current score is 5-2. And it appears we're doing a tad of skating. This is some new tactic our coach has got going. Over to the boards and back. Well, only about 4 of them fell on that one. Kind of entertaining. And welcome back for period number 3. 12 minutes have been put up on the clock. Goalies are switched and signal that they're ready. And here we go. We've got Finnegan and Taves back on defense, along with, it looks like, Liam, Eamon, and Adrian still up on forward, as we are all hung up on the red line there. NAHA picks it up. Taves takes it away. Taves to Adrian. Whoa. Adrian's going to skate it all the way down and do some ducking and weaving, and it gets taken away behind the net there, as Liam's going to send it back around to Adrian. All right, Finnegan with the puck. He's going to pass it over, nearly took the ref out. All right, here goes Finnegan with a backhand towards, nope, I'm sorry, that was Adrian. Adrian with a big backhand towards the goalie, and the goalie got a hold of that one. Line change. Looks like we've got Aaron and Thomas coming out on defense. And looks like Boston, Jacob, and Cade up on forward, which is quite the trio. They usually do a pretty good job. Cade with the puck. Cade with the shot. Ricochets off the goalie. Nice save, goalie. As NAHA clears it out of the zone, here comes Taves. Aaron's going to also come in and get it. Aaron's going to take it around the corner. Somehow it gets picked up by NAHA. Back to Thomas, who's going to send it up to Jacob. No, NAHA got it. Ooh, NAHA's got a burst of energy as they attempt to get a shot off, but it goes wide. Aaron with the puck. Aaron passes it to Boston. Boston is headed up the side of the ice, using the boards. Gets picked up by Cade. Back to Boston. Back to Aaron. Back to Cade. Man, this is kind of entertaining. There's a whole lot of passing going on. Sometimes I wonder if it's actually on purpose. Here comes NAHA, but Aaron's got it. Aaron's going to turn it around. Couldn't quite get his stick on it there. Thomas has got it. He is working his way through as, oh, nope, we're up against the boards. All right, down the ice with a shot. I don't know if the shot got off as Boston and the other player kind of collide behind the net. Oh, Jacob with the puck and a backhand sliding on his knees, but it looked like it went in, but it did not. As Thomas tries to get a hold of it, NAHA skating hard. Get ready, Ethan. Backhand, no! Oh my gosh, we've got all sorts of people going down. And we've got a goalie down, and you can hear him in pain. We had a huge mess in front of the net. As our coach is talking to him, I'm not exactly sure what happened. We had a lot of chaos right there in front of the net. Kind of looks like he's rubbing his back a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. All players right now have taken a knee while we're waiting for them to regroup. And our goalie is up, checking the post. Okay, maybe he's okay. Oh, I love this. We have got some good teammates. They are all coming over to check on him, making sure he's okay. This team has really come together and are very supportive of each other. All right, out on the ice we've got we have Mason, Finnegan, Beals, and Charlie, along with Taves. Ooh, this is a good lineup. And down to the NAHA into the ice we go. We have 9 minutes remaining in this period as we have a big old collision. Mason with the shot and the goal. And it appears our goalie is A-OK. He is boogieing down here. Big shot and score. Nice job. All right, out on the ice is Charlie Mason and Beals. It looks like we did not do a line change that time. Out and Taves and Finnegan are out as defense as NAHA's going to work their way down here. Current score is 6-2 as NAHA tries to get a shot off and it goes wide. Here goes Charlie up to the boards. Oh, but NAHA got a hold of that one. Beals here along with Soren and Aaron back on defense. All right, guys, let's see if we can do it. Let's put the puck in the net. Eamon to Soren. Soren back up to Eamon. Nope, Liam's got it. And Logan then tips it up. He's headed up the ice. Look at that, 2 hands on his stick. It's amazing. NAHA with possession of the puck, but Eamon is not going to let them keep that for very long. Ethan with a big, not going to let them keep that for very long. Ethan with a big stick save. Well done, Ethan. Here comes Soren up to Liam, and I don't know, NAHA nearly took out one of our players. It was quite spectacular. Current score would be 6-2 with 7 minutes remaining in the period. And it appears we've got a hockey team moving in to do warm-ups next to me. Little do they know it's freezing over here in this corner of the rink. Down in the NAHA end as we've got Finnegan, or that's Aaron, sorry. This is really confusing because Finnegan's number used to be 26 and then he switched to 23. Here comes Soren. Soren's got the puck, he's going behind the nets. Passing it up to NAHA. Got ricocheted off Logan's skate. Back to NAHA. NAHA with a shot. I've given up on calling them the Grizzlies because you know I'm going to mess it up and call them the Wolverines. So NAHA. Oh, Logan with possession of the puck. Logan! Skate with the puck. Go the right direction. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Ethan with the big save as, number 34 from NAHA doing a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle there. Not so sure I like that shenanigan he's doing. I know. You just talked about it. All right, out on the ice, we've got Kate and Thomas along with Finnegan, Boston, and Adrian. Here comes Boston down the ice. Oh my goodness gracious, this looks beautiful. Boston, I think that is score number 4 or 5. I don't know. We'll have to check the official score sheet on that one, but definitely goal number 4. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at the excitement on the ice here. The headbutting I'm not so sure about. I don't want them to hurt themselves. And our goalie twirls back into the nets. That was beautiful pad sliding. Still out on the ice, we have got Boston, Kate, and Adrian, along with Finnegan and Thomas. 6 minutes left in play. Current score is 7-2. Hopefully my tech support, which would be our manager, Emily, is putting the score up on the YouTube screen for you guys. Yesterday we had a little bit of technical difficulty with that because the person helping with it was also keeping score and clock for the game. All right, big shot on net as NAHA picks it up, but Cade's right there ready to go. Finnegan's going to do his best to keep it in, but the NAHA player kind of gets a hold of it. Here comes Thomas from defense. He's going to skate it up and pass it over to Adrian while using the boards. All right, back down as NAHA skate hard. Ethan's gonna, Ethan, my goodness gracious. Ethan, you're making this announcer nervous. He went to save it and it almost turned into a covering situation as we're back into the neutral zone. Here comes Adrian with the puck. He's gonna send it down towards the goalie. Back to Thomas. Thomas, who's gonna duck and weave. It kind of gets lost in the neutral zone as Kate goes down. Kate is back up. We got all sorts of confusion going on here. Wheels coming off the bench. She picks up the puck. She's going to duck and weave her way down there. Kind of gets pushed out, unable to get a shot off. Jacob's also out there, along with Charlie. Sorry, Charlie. It's hard to see your number. And Taves and Soren back on defense. Jacob with the puck. Jacob with the backhand, but doesn't quite get it off in time. Somehow he still ended up with the puck. As here comes Soren. I wonder what that call was for. Now we'll have to wait for the ref. Looks like Jacob's going to the box. Maybe roughing? I'm not sure what that call was. This ref doesn't always give the clearest calls. I don't know what that was. All right, we're going to line back up. We've got Taves and Marion along with Soren and Charlie out on the ice. And we are hockey ready, according to our coach, as the NAHA team is all lined up. We are 5-on-4. 4 minutes left in this period. As Marion takes the face-off. Man, she is on it today. Oh my goodness, Ethan, you're making me nervous the way you're hitting that back out. Good use of your candy cane stick, though. And we're down to the other end of the ice. Icing. All right, getting a little bit of a line change up here. Looks like we've got Mason and Eamon along with Soren and Taves out on the ice. Don't know what Eamon's doing. He's lining up in the wrong spot. Nope, we're good now. We've got it. We're ready. Current score 7-2. It's kind of an exciting matchup here today. The team is doing a pretty good job. Eamon with possession of the puck as he's going to work his way amongst several NAHA players. NAHA ends up with it. Shot on Ethan. Doesn't get his chance to cover it, but he knocks it out and it's picked up by Taves. Taves headed down the ice. Watch the offside. Nope, we're good. Picked up by the NAHA team. Boy, that looked really good. Taves is skating hard. Oh, she did something to her hand. She's shaking it out as she goes. Soren with the puck, and here goes Mason all the way down. As the puck gets pushed out, Soren's going to send it back towards the goalie, but NAHA gets it. NAHA's trying to duck and weave. Oh, no, it gets knocked away. And, looks like NAHA had a cherry picker kind of up there, but it gets taken away by the North Stars. Oh, my goodness. Taves, good job on defending that, so Ethan doesn't. Oh, that one trickled in. You know what? Well played by NAHA. They had some good teamwork, and we couldn't quite get everything together to block that one. But Ethan had a very valiant effort trying to knock it out. Score would be 7-3 with just 2 minutes left in the period. As NAHA is trying to sort out who's going to be on the ice, we're back at full strength. Looks like we have Liam and Eamon and Mason out on the ice, along with Aaron and Finnegan back on defense, which I think Aaron and Finnegan are really good friends. friends outside of school, which is always a good thing to have a buddy on the team. As Finnegan keeps it in the zone and knocks it back down into the corner, Eamon's going to do his best to dig it out. Back over, Mason's got it, but gets knocked away by the NAHA team. Finnegan, ooh, could be almost offside there, but no, back at it, going in. Aaron with the puck, he's going to send it. Ooh, whoa, couldn't quite get our stick on that one. Behind the NAHA net, as NAHA picks it up. Back over to Mason, who's got it to Aaron. Aaron to Eamon. Eamon to Mason. Back to Eamon. Shot! No, goalie got a hold of that one. Good save, goalie. I don't know. I think it takes a pretty special breed of a child to be in net. I mean, I don't think I'd want to be one of these goalies having shots fired at me all the time. Out on the ice, we've got Cade, Boston, and maybe